Okay, I'm here. I'm live, barely. Been kind of a bit of a hectic day, but I made it on time, mostly, I think. Tonight I'm going to be setting up a scarf in the Sawtooth pattern, and then after I work on that for a little bit, I'm going to start continuing on with the flame sash again. If you have any questions, post them in the chat and let me know. And well, until then, I'm just going to pop on some music like I normally do and just kind of get to work. Let me know if you can hear me or not, because I hooked up a different microphone again. Normally I just use the one from the webcam, but I kind of noticed the sound quality was a little bit off. So I hooked up a different microphone and I'm not entirely sure it's working. So if you can hear me, let me know. That'd be great. On that note, I'm going to go ahead and get started and kind of get set up here. Let me know if the music gets too loud, okay? Okay. So here we are. I already got my yarn set up here. Already pre-cut it. And I'm just going to go ahead and get it on the dowel right now. So I'm going to pop this up a little higher. Angle's a bit weird. Woo! Throw up my camera. Gosh, I can't wait till I have better filming equipment. I think my tripod's starting to, my little stand here is starting to die too. Alright. There we go. And now pretty much all I'm going to do, I'll light it at an angle. That way I'm not cutting it off when I'm working. Not too bad anyway. So this is a scarf that I've got set up here. It's a chunky yarn. I think a needle size 6. And I've got it in a nice dark navy blue, a nice deep wine maroon red. And then I have these 2 silver stripes here. The 2 silver stripes, I'm not quite sure what's going to happen with those once I start weaving. It's just kind of an experiment to see what happens. But until then, I'm going to go ahead and get this yarn on the dowel real quick, get one end braided, and then get weaving real quick. After, of course, I'm going to flip the camera one more time because it's in a weird spot for me. So, and I'm just going to So for getting the yarn on the dowel, I'm pretty much just going to set the dowel on top and then kind of do a twisting motion, and then I'll just pop the yarn right on there the way you want it. So I'm just going to quickly do the rest of it here. I have this looped over my rig here and kind of tied off with a hair tie at the bottom, so all the yarn is under tension. But it just makes this process so much faster. I've set up my past few projects like this, and I can say it's been pretty wonderful. I don't recommend doing 2 at a time because it'll mess up your work. Now for a Sawtooth pattern, if you're setting one up for yourself, you want 2 different colors, and you want to set them up side by side. Yeah, you'll want to set them up side by side like this. For a small one, you can do 30 threads, so 15 threads of each color that you're using. This is a chunky scarf that I'm making, so this is actually 60 threads total. Hey, Loki, stop messing with my camera. So I've got 40, no, not 40. I've got 28 of the blue, 28 of the maroon red, which gives me 56. And then I have the 4 threads of silver to up my count to 60. So yeah, you just want to set those up side by side. Loki, you're going to get kicked out of here if you keep messing with my stuff. You have to excuse the shaky camera. My cat has decided it's a chew toy. Just trying to get it untied here. Alright, got it all untied here. Just gonna make sure my threads are still even on the dowel. Well, they're even enough. And then I'm going to just braid this end here. And I'm just going to braid 1/2 so that it's out of the way for now. Knock that off real quick so it doesn't come undone. And here we are. The scarf has now been set up. Pretty much all I'm going to do is tie this to the top of my rack here. Like so. I can lower this down a little bit now. maybe. Sorry, I'm still working on lighting and camera angles here. I got a new lamp that I hoped would be a little bit better light-wise because it's an LED and not a regular bulb. So I'm still trying to see if that works out any better than the light that I have been using. Right now, this is just kind of... Yeah, my hand keeps throwing off the white balance. Okay. Back over here then. Okay, that might actually work. That's actually work. I'm just going to tie this up here real quick, that way it's not moving around too much. Okay, so I got that all set up. Now, Sawtooth pattern is pretty easy. It's pretty much half of an arrowhead pattern, which you guys have seen me do. I've shown you a few arrowheads that I've done in the past. But basically, you weave from left to right. Well, you don't have to, but I do it because I'm right-handed. If it's easier for you to do it from right to left, by all means, go for it. But I'm going to start weaving across here. And the first few rows are always the hardest because you're establishing your pattern then. And it can get a little bit tricky sometimes. Weave into the other color. And then you're going to pick a point to stop at. Now for me, I'm going to switch out right before that second silver band here. I'm curious to see what the silver band is going to do with this pattern. So I'll pull that color through. Come on, focus for me, would you? There it goes. And then I'm going to interlock it like that, and then continue weaving on till the end. That pops up there. So that's the first row. Second row, you start from the one end and you weave toward the other again. And then when I get to the previous one that I wove, I'm going to stop right before it and switch it out again. And then continue weaving with the other one. Now, I've been asked about this part before. I know it can get a little confusing at times what to do with the end here. Quick little tip that I have is that if your weft, which is the threads that go across, gosh, it's really messing up my white balance. I am so sorry, guys. But if your weft ends over thread, then the previous thread goes over. And then if your weft if you weave your weft across and it's under a thread, you pop the previous one under it. So over, over, under, under. Fairly easy to remember. And then I'm just going to cinch that up a little bit. And there you go, that's first 2 rows. And I'm going to keep going. Because I'm interlocking and changing places, you'll see that the colors will kind of start to switch around a little bit further along I get. I'm going to stop right before that previous blue thread again. Switch it out. Again, my left is going over the last thread, so the previous one goes over it. And there's row number 3. It's looking pretty good. Weaves will come together nicely. And sometimes you can stop and just kind of pull some threads tighter a little bit if you want. Just kind of make the weave a little bit tighter. I want this to be a tight weave because, I mean, it's a scarf. I want it to be nice and warm, but I also don't want to pull it too tight because I still want to have some width to it. It's going to be a decorative scarf, but I want it to be a warm decorative scarf. Go. Switch it out again. Alright. There we go. I've kind of got the setup and the weave established here. I'm going to go ahead and kind of move around and situate real quick so that it's a little easier for me to sit and work on this. So give me just a second. I'm going to move around real quick. There we go. Looks pretty good, I think. Drop on my samples. Okay, there we go. Not right now, Loki, okay? Hope y'all can see that okay. And I'm going to go ahead and keep moving. All right. Not my camera again. My bad. You can start to see now how the colors are switching around. Okay, come along nicely here. A little bit. Ooh, oh, that was weird.
Hey, Brittany. I'm working on a scarf in a Sawtooth pattern. I hope you can hear me okay. I've got a different microphone set up. It's a little bit better than my webcam. Yeah, this is a scarf with made with chunky yarn. That's 60 threads worth. Hoping to get around a 5-foot scarf out of this. Okay, good. I like doing scarves with the chunky yarn because I can get a lot of work done on one without a whole lot of time. Like, I started this one at the beginning of the live stream, and I've already got like 6 inches. It's great. Yes, I did finish the commission. My friend who commissioned it from me was very happy with it, and I hope to get a picture from him of him in his full regalia soon, so you guys can see how everything ties together. So despite the fact that I came up 6 inches short of what I originally wanted, it still worked out. So we're good there. Okay. Ugh. I gotta adjust my rack more often with this one. Yeah, here's where I'm at right now. Hopefully it'll focus in a second. Actually, I'll go ahead and kind of... All right. I can't quite see it now, also because it's on a much larger scale, but the pattern I'm working on is this one right here, which is a sawtooth. And I'm kind of doing a more elongated sawtooth. Normally you're only supposed to weave over like halfway into the other color, but I'm weaving pretty much close to the other side, so it's making it a lot longer, which is what I wanted it to do. So keep weaving on it, and we'll see how it turns out. I'm excited to see what happens with it. Yeah, it is pretty cool looking, and the Sawtooth is also one of the easier patterns to do as well. A lot easier than lightning, I can tell you that. Excuse me as I raise it up one more time. Got a little weed suction in the background I got going. There we go. Hi, Loki. Hi. How's it going? Nope. Alrighty. Getting there. Gosh darn it. Wrist is really getting to me tonight. Give me a second to put my brace on. This scarf is one of 2 Christmas projects I still have yet to finish. And I figured, you know what? I haven't showed you guys a new pattern in a little bit, so I figured I might as well pop it on here and get some work done on it. Yeah. I think I've just been overworking it again, which with all the weaving I've been doing, it's kind of not hard to do. I'm gonna start getting all the fuzzies off the yarn now that I've woven for a little bit. Up too high. Adjust it again. Okay. I don't want to wear the brace. At the same time, I can't quite get it right. Weaving with the brace on is just not my strong suit. Colors went all weird. Come on. I guess that's not gonna work. Yeah, there were a lot of tribes that did finger weaving. Chickasaw, were they mostly in like the Appalachian area? Because that's where finger weaving mostly started and stayed. The farther west you went, those tribes out west didn't really do finger weaving. Their weaving was more actually like tapestry and like rugs and blankets. Still try to do my research on finger weaving as much as I can, but I still have a hard time finding, which tribes, actually did it. Okay. South Louisiana. Okay. Yeah, and the research that I've done, it was pretty much up and down the East Coast that the finger weaving was really prevalent. So I'm not as well versed as I would like to be in the different tribes and the histories of them, because frankly, I'm not really. It's not something that because I don't have any Native American in me. I learned this as a hobby at first, but then I got a passion for it and wanted to learn as much as I could about it. But finding the actual history behind it, as I've actually have had trouble finding the actual history behind it. I've reached out to some people here in where I live and never really got a response. So it's been kind of difficult trying to find out anything about, which tribes did which patterns, did they have anything specific that they did? Because I really want to know all that, but I haven't been able to find anything out. Yeah, I'm glad to hear that more people are learning. I really don't want this to, die out like so many other things. But I'm glad it's making a comeback. I think for a while there, I think it was mostly inkle loom weaving or card weaving, tablet weaving. That was kind of prevalent around here. I mean, you go to any reenactment or living history, it's pretty much all you'll find is either something that's been card woven or something that's been done on an inkle loom, which that's mostly actually European and Norwegian. And the finger weaving is more of a Native American. And there's also, down in South America, there's also a version called a Peruvian rep braid, which I still have yet to learn. So I'm looking forward to trying my hand at that. I'm going to keep learning as long as my wrist lets me, pretty much. Yeah, you can never be too sure when looking back on history. The other hard part about finding out the history about finger weaving and which tribes did what is the fact that most of it was passed down orally. So nothing was ever really written down. So it was really just one weaver passing it down to somebody else who was learning. So that's another roadblock I've run into. It's just that nothing was written down. I don't know. I'm just happy I can kind of do my part in making sure this, more people actually learn how to do this and kind of keep it alive. It's really all I want. Just that again. All right, here we go. Yeah. And I can see why. I mean, the native cultures, from what I found out, are very protective of their histories. They don't want to really make them widespread known in case they get corrupted. Yeah. Okay, that was one full pass here. So yeah. Okay, so that's kind of one full pass here, and I'm going to zoom out a little bit, or move my camera out so you can see the full effect here. There it is. One full pass of a sawtooth pattern. And I got it's about 6 inches, so I got about 10 inches of length here just by doing that one pass. And basically I'm just gonna keep going again. So I'm gonna start my next pass here. I'm gonna start on the next pass. I might move on to the flame sash here in a bit because I still have to work on that one a little bit. I'll work on this for a little bit longer. Oh, yeah. So I'm gonna start my next pass. I mean, it looks white on camera, but it's actually a silver color. But I like what it did too. I think it looks pretty nice. Adds a nice pop to a rather mundane color scheme. Yeah, my camera's not that good at picking up colors. Whoops. Oh! Hold on. Kind of screwed up here. Alright, so one up here, two of those, so I need to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I need to switch with that one. I think it's this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's the one I need to switch with. Yeah. But yeah, basically I'm just starting the next point, and I'm going to keep weaving across and adding to it, and it's just going to repeat the sawtooth pattern again. Nope, no back and forth. I'm just weaving from left to right. The pattern's yeah, the pattern's not like the diamond or the arrowhead where you weave from the middle and you go out. This one's just a straight left to right, or right to left if you prefer going that direction. Oh, come on, agree with me here. Yes and no. Because I'm switching it out before I hit the other end, it doesn't do the wraparound effect. I think pretty much the only stripe that may do the wraparound effect somewhat is actually the white stripe here. I think. I popped that in there as a bit of an experiment to see what it would do. Yeah, because I switch it out here, it's not going to end up over here. Yeah. The nice thing about this white stripe is that it's really going to show like what happens with the threads, like where they all go. Like I'm going to pop it up to the top here, and you can see where I have the beginning of my first white stripe here, but then it got wove over to here, and then it continues down. hang on my hands real quick. Adjust real quick here. Sometimes it gets to the point in weaving where too much slack is, well, too much slack. Just gonna pop this down. Another quick view of it, just full effect. Now a tight spot here. Come on. I think I need to switch patterns for a bit. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and stop there for now. I'll be, working on this throughout the week, and then I'll show you guys what it looks like, how much progress I've gotten done on it next week, and I'll probably work on it a little bit more. But, yeah. Let's see. Pull it out a little bit so you can kind of get the full picture here. Yeah, you can see how the colors just kind of switch places around. Yeah, this is going to be a cool looking scarf. Yeah. I've woven about 1.5 feet here in an hour and a half. Chunky yarn makes all the difference. If I'd been working with any other type of yarn, I would have only gotten like maybe 4 or 5 inches. But yeah, chunky yarn does make a lot of difference. But yeah, there's kind of... I'm trying to get it in... Can't quite get it full on the camera there, but that's a good look at what I got done so far. Quite good, actually. I'm happy with that. It's not the thickest of scarves, but it's kind of going to be more decorative than anything else, so I'm not going to mind too much. I'm just going to tie this off so it doesn't come undone. And set this aside. I will say that with the chunky yarns, it is harder to try to keep everything even. The thinner gauges of yarn are easier to manipulate and, pretty much keep your weave the same. Chunkier yarn, it's harder to do that because you have a hard time telling whether it's your weaving or the yarn doing it. So, yeah. There we go. And then, I would have liked this to be a little bit wider, but I think it'll be okay. Alright. Thanks, I think so too. Switch over to my old friend here. Oy. Oh gosh, the thinner yarn, this yarn feels so much different compared to the other projects. Like, it feels so much coarser, so much rougher. I hope the color does okay. That's a bit bright. There we go. Alright, I'm going to just go ahead and do a quick pass on this one because I didn't get to work on it last week, and I do really want to, keep ahead on this one because it's still going to take a while to finish. Sorry, Loki. Hey, Christina. Good to see you. Oh no. Goodness, I even scheduled the live stream and everything. I'm surprised it didn't notify you. Probably just being weird again. Yeah. It's turning out real pretty. I know. I think I'm only going to do one pass of this one tonight, guys. My wrist is starting to kill me. Because I can't seem to find a brace that'll let me weave with full mobility in my hand. So, problems there. I'm really wondering what's really up with my wrist, because not only is my wrist acting up tonight, I'm also like feeling it shoot up my arm and into my shoulder. So I don't know if it's just like overworked muscles or if I have something going on in my arm. I don't know. Yeah. Normally it's just the wrist that acts up. Today's really the first time that it's actually jumped up into my shoulder. So I don't know what's going on here. I need to get it looked at sometime. A fun fact about living paycheck to paycheck, you never have enough money to actually go to a doctor. Yeah, I've probably overworked it. I've been doing a lot of weaving, trying to get various projects done, trying to get stuff done for Christmas and sent out to people. That's probably what it is. I probably need to just lay off and give it a break for a week. I need to finish my Inktober sketchbook anyway. I started Inktober at the beginning of October. Not going to finish it till the end of November. How about that? Yeah. Yeah, I've got to reapply for insurance this year, and I'm going, okay, which one can I drop so that my premiums are lower, you know? Oh yeah, Christina's felting live streams. Those are fun to watch because she takes this lump of wool and turns it into something right before your eyes. And I'm like, I tried needle felting once and stabbed the living crap out of my hand. So I haven't done it since. But Christina really does amazing work. You should really check her out. You're welcome, Christina. I'm not sure if I'll be able to catch your live stream tomorrow, but I'll try to get on and say hi. Are you still working on your last project, or have you moved on to a new one? All right, see, Brittany, thanks for joining me. You have a good night. Ooh. What time are you streaming? I'll try to get on. I have a soft spot for wolves. $7 p.m. Central. Okay, so that'll be brain not working. 6 p.m. Eastern, I think. No, 8 p.m. Eastern. No, wait. Yes, 8 p.m. because you're an hour behind me. Okay. Yeah, I should be able to get on by then. Just my throats here. Okay. Whew. I think I'm gonna call it there. My wrist is killing me. Just real quick, Christina, since you were on earlier to see, this was what I was working on earlier. It's a scarf I'm making out of chunky yarn. And it's in a Sawtooth pattern that I started up at the beginning of the live stream. So yeah, here's what I was working on at the beginning of the live stream right here. Get it? Focus! So yeah, that's a scarf with chunky yarn that I'm making for a Christmas present for a friend of mine. I mean, as much as I wish she watched my YouTube channel, I'm pretty sure she doesn't, so I'm pretty sure I'm safe working on it on here. It'll still be a surprise for her. But yeah. That was about the first hour and a half of the live stream there for this piece here. But yeah, my wrist is pretty much done, I think, probably for the week. So yeah, I think I'm gonna go ahead and call it an evening there. As you can see, my cat has been my ever-present company here tonight. It's been keeping me company since my husband's working thirds. But yeah, if you have any questions or comments, you can leave them in the comment section after the video is posted. And hi. And if there's anything you'd like to see or have me work or have me set up so that you'd like to better explained, again, just leave it in the comments. I'm gonna go ahead and head off for the night. I'm getting tired. Loki wants attention. And it's getting late. So thank you all for joining me. And hopefully I'll see you guys same time next week. Toodles.